We're ranking the 10 most popular vodkas, moving from bottles notorious for their punishing bite to top-shelf spirits worthy of sipping straight. Some are famous for fueling college parties, while others claim to redefine what vodka can be, which brands are just mixers in disguise, and which deliver true premium quality. Let's find out, beginning with number 10. Burnett sits at the bottom of the list for a reason. Sold in plastic bottles and priced for volume, it's the go-to choice for college parties and jungle juice. The taste delivers a sharp, alcoholic bite with a harsh, almost chemical finish that lingers long after the glass is empty. Dozens of candy-like flavors try to disguise the base spirit's rough edges, but the original remains infamous for its burn. Anecdotes about brutal hangovers aren't hard to find. Likely a side effect of higher congener content in value-tier production. Burnett's isn't meant for sipping, it is built for mixing, where quantity matters and quality is an afterthought. Smirnoff number 21 claims a spot as the world's best-selling vodka, with roots stretching back to 19th century Moscow. Triple distilled and charcoal filtered. It promises smoothness, but still delivers a sharp, medicinal burn that is hard to miss. The recipe, a closely guarded blend of grains, gives Smirnoff its signature neutral character, never offensive but rarely memorable. While it lacks the harsh chemical bite of bottom shelf options, it is not a vodka you would want to sip straight. Instead, it shines when paired with bold mixers like a Moscow Mule or a spicy Bloody Mary, where the flavors can hide that lingering edge. For many, Smirnoff sets the benchmark. It is the standard by which other vodkas are measured, offering a reliable, if unremarkable, step up from the bargain bin. Svedka stands out as the first real upgrade from the mass market crowd. Distilled 5 times from Swedish winter wheat, it delivers a noticeably smoother sip than the vodkas that came before it. The marketing leans hard on that distillation count, but what you actually get is a spirit that feels cleaner without losing all of its edge. There is still a sharp, ethanol-forward bite on the finish, a reminder that this is not top shelf, but it is a solid step up for anyone watching their budget. For around $20, Svedka hits a sweet spot, reliable for simple mixers and a clear improvement over the bottom shelf. Skyy made its debut in the 1990s, instantly grabbing attention with a cobalt blue bottle and a promise of purity, quadruple distilled and triple filtered. The marketing leaned hard on numbers, selling the idea that more distillation meant better vodka. What actually ended up in the glass was something that could almost pass for water, extremely neutral, nearly flavorless, and thin on the palate. For some drinkers, this is exactly the point. Skyy does not get in the way of a cosmopolitan or a sweet, fruity mixer. The neutrality is an asset when you want the cocktail to shine, not the spirit. But in anything spirit-forward, Skyy's lack of texture and body becomes a liability. It is a blank canvas, useful but forgettable. That is what earns it the number 7 spot. Reliable for hiding in a crowd, but not built to stand out. Absolut stands apart from the crowd with its unmistakable weight and character. Distilled in Aarhus, Sweden, this vodka relies on winter wheat and a continuous distillation process that preserves more of the grain's natural essence. The result is a spirit with a heavier, almost viscous mouthfeel, noticeably richer than the thin neutrality of Skyy or Svedka. Subtle sweetness from the wheat mingles with a touch of grain, creating a profile that is both smooth and full-bodied. Some drinkers call it oily, others call it complex, but there is no denying its presence in a glass. Absolut does not vanish into a mixer. It stands up, making a vodka tonic feel more substantial and layered. There is no harsh burn here, just a clean, lingering finish that rewards those looking for more than just a blank slate. That is what earns Absolut its spot at number 6, a mid-shelf vodka with real character. Tito's Handmade vodka started out in Austin, Texas in 1997, long before craft became a buzzword on every shelf. Built around American corn and distilled in old-school pot stills, Tito's stands out for its soft, creamy mouthfeel and a gentle sweetness that is easy to recognize in a blind taste. The corn base means it is naturally gluten-free, a detail that helped fuel its rise in the 2010 S, right as gluten-free became a selling point for spirits. Tito's markets itself as handmade, a claim that sparked debate as the brand scaled up, but the original small batch spirit still shapes its reputation. Smooth, approachable, and rarely harsh, Tito's is the kind of vodka that feels at home in a simple highball or poured over ice. It is a crowd pleaser, earning its spot at number 5 for delivering easy drinking quality at a mid-premium price. Ketel 1 stands out as the bartender's choice, a Dutch wheat vodka that balances tradition with modern versatility. The Nolet family has been distilling in Schiedam since 1691, and their copper pot stills remain at the heart of Ketel 1's production. This heritage is not just for show. It shapes a vodka prized for its crisp, clean entry, and a finish that lingers with subtle notes of citrus and honey. Multiple filtration stages refine the spirit without stripping away its character. At around $30 a bottle, Ketel 1 earns respect behind the bar for its ability to elevate spirit-forward cocktails like the Dutch Mule or a classic dirty martini. It does not vanish into the background. Each sip brings enough body and presence to stand out, making it a professional-grade vodka that bridges the gap between reliable mid-shelf and true premium territory. Grey Goose entered the scene in 1997, rewriting the rules of vodka's premium tier. Sidney Frank's vision was simple: create a French vodka that felt as luxurious as champagne. The wheat comes from Picardy, a region known for its breadbasket fields, and the water is filtered through Champagne limestone, a detail that became part of the brand's mystique. Unlike the marketing blitz around distillation counts, Grey Goose uses just a single distillation, trusting ingredient quality and careful technique to deliver a spirit that is soft and creamy on the palate. There is a gentle almond sweetness, almost marzipan, that sets it apart from sharper, grainier vodkas. The price tag is as much about image as it is about liquid, but blind tastings confirm the smoothness is real. Pair it with an espresso martini, and the vodka's subtle sweetness rounds out the drink's bitter edge. Grey Goose earns its spot near the top for delivering both a high-quality spirit and the power of a well-crafted story. Belvedere stands as the definitive rye vodka, distilled in Zeradow, Poland from Dankowski rye. Unlike wheat or corn spirits, rye brings a pronounced peppery spice, balanced by a creamy vanilla sweetness and a subtle hazelnut undertone that lingers on the palate. The distillation process, carried out 4 times, preserves the grain's natural structure, resulting in a vodka that is both clean and robust. This is not a spirit that disappears into a cocktail. It holds its own, especially in a dry martini with a lemon twist, where the rye's complexity shines without overwhelming the drink. Belvedere's commitment to heritage goes beyond the bottle. Its Polish rye pedigree is recognized and protected by EU geographical indication, cementing its place in vodka history. For those who want more than neutrality, Belvedere delivers character and structure that set it apart from softer, wheat-based competitors, securing its place just shy of the top. Chopin Potato Vodka stands alone as the ultimate sipping vodka, a spirit that transforms everything you think you know about vodka's role. While most premium bottles rely on grain or rye, Chopin is built on potatoes, a base that makes up less than 3% of the global vodka market. The choice is not just tradition, it is the secret to Chopin's legendary texture. Each bottle starts with Polish potatoes, harvested for their high starch content and earthy character. It takes roughly 16 tons of potatoes to produce just 1,000 litres of spirit, a yield so low that only the most dedicated producers bother. The result is an ultra-viscous, almost creamy mouthfeel that coats the palate, unlike the thin neutrality of wheat or corn vodkas. There is a rich, silky weight that lingers, punctuated by subtle mineral and root notes that speak to the soil where the potatoes were grown. The distillation process uses traditional pot stills, preserving the spirit's natural body and complexity rather than stripping it to bland neutrality. Alcoholic burn is almost non-existent. Instead, each sip finishes clean, with a gentle echo of earth and cream. Served straight from the freezer in a chilled glass, Chopin reveals its full character, dense, smooth, and deeply satisfying. For those who believe vodka is meant to disappear in a cocktail, this bottle is a revelation. Chopin does not hide. It invites you to slow down, taste, and appreciate the spirit itself. In a world obsessed with distillation counts and marketing gloss, Chopin earns its crown by letting the ingredient do the talking. That is why it is number one, not just for what it leaves out, but for everything it brings to the glass. Across all 10 vodkas, one pattern stands out. The real difference is not just price or marketing, but the base ingredient and craftsmanship. From harsh mixers to creamy sippers, vodka's spectrum is wider than its reputation suggests. In the end, what's in the bottle truly matters. Cheers!